What's up with it? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. Thank you guys so much for waiting for my new content. I have been dealing with my podcast. If you guys have not checked it out, be sure to check it out now. The name of it is the What's Tea Podcast. I will leave the playlist listed below so you guys could check it out. I basically talk about, everything Bahamian, all the pop culture stuff that's going on and the latest news. I give my opinions on it, and we just do a lot of fun stuff out there. So please be sure to check it out. Now, without further ado, guys, let's get straight into the video. Now, if you guys have watched one of my prior videos, you guys would know that I haven't had the best history when it comes to jobs. In my last video, I was exposing my old job, and here I am again. So basically, I'm gonna list some of the small things that I noticed when I first came there. So the first thing was basically they lied about small stuff. So when it came to, for example, they had their mother had a store downstairs, and a lady ran it, so they was like, oh, that's our sister, and come to find out that's their aunt or their cousin. Really, I believe it's their aunt, but definitely not their sister. I remember in the back of my mind when I signed my first contract, that was the contract that I signed with them for Christmas. I remember reading it, taking my time to read it, and just, oh no, just hurry up, someone trying to speed you into reading it. But I had taken a picture of it. Like I say, these are small stuff that were red flags, but I didn't really pay attention to. They had me doing stuff outside of my job description. The position they hired me for was a salesperson, but they had me going up and downstairs because in their mother's store downstairs, customers would, let's say, ask for a green bag or something that we had, and the lady downstairs would be like, oh, the customer wants this per day, will come upstairs, bring it please. So I'd have to go downstairs with the item or items, go downstairs, get their money, come back upstairs, and then come back downstairs to get the cash and to bring them down their change on receipt, and then go back upstairs. Their mother had me steaming clothes. Bear in mind, the store that I work in deals with jewelry and bags and stuff like that. I signed up to work with clothes, but I did it with the kindness of my heart. One thing that I really didn't like was her getting into my conversation with customers. I'll be helping a customer and she just would barge in, and it would be so awkward because the thing that she came in talking about had nothing really to do with our conversation at hand. And majority of the times the customer would just look at her with a side eye, miss, what are you even talking about? I noticed if I throw something in the garbage and I have written on it, she would go into the garbage, pull out the note, and be reading my notes. I caught her one time specifically, literally, because she literally would take it out of the garbage. It would be balled up, you could rip that up, and she will take it out of the garbage, open it, and read it. Also, a part of me not doing things in my job description was basically me doing their job. I was doing a lot of things that I feel like an owner should do for the store, coming up with this idea. And bear in mind, that's not what I signed up for. One of the major red flags that started to appear was their mom. She would always come into the store and she would always be like, oh, this for $20 because I only paying $20 for this. You ain't hiring me, so I'm not, or my boss is sitting, give me no information to give you no discount, so I can't do that for you. She would be giving me advice. She'd be like, oh, you should do this and that, and not even she saying you should do this and do that, and not having any idea of how the store runs day to day. Bear in mind, a store downstairs, and she have had to control a store downstairs, and you coming up here talking about this store. But I always took it and I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, like that, just agreeing with her. Even the children knew, they would just be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, mommy, yeah, because they already knew basically what was going on. This major incident that happened between me and the mother was, I was serving a customer, and normally what happens is, like I said, if a customer sees an item or they want an item and we have it, they normally tell them that we're upstairs. So this customer thankfully decided to come upstairs and look around. She was getting some stuff, and so I was cashing out, and she decided last minute to go back and look at something, but I'm still scanning her items or whatever, so I'm giving her time. We don't rush customers. The mom comes in and they say, oh yeah, you see it because I stand up here, and I'm like, okay, continues to do my job. And so they said, oh, well, how you could be sitting down and you serving a customer? You sitting down, sir. When I was working my first job, Bay Street, and ABCDFG, she run from A to Z unprovoked. And I'm confused, like, what? And not only is she saying this, and she has an attitude, and a very stink attitude. And the customer looking like, what is this? In between the time that the mom was like saying all this stuff, my male boss came in. And so, long story short, we waited till the customer leave. And so she still was running on after the customer left. And then I explained, I was like, well, I was checking her out. When I'm checking out, the computer, you have to sit down in order to see the screen, in order to do anything on it. And she wasn't there, and I said, oh, and so he cut off, and he was like, no, ABCDFG, and he started telling her, like, basically, that's not how I run. And she did not like that. She was like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. And so she left the store. So long story short, with this other incident, we have something called drops. When the drawer gets full, you don't keep all our money in. So one of them will come to pick it up. So she told me, oh, well, I'm going to be doing drops from now. I was like, oh, does he know about that? Meaning the male boss. And so she was like, yeah, I'll tell him. Thinking that time though. So I'm holding the drops, and I noticed, like, he had come and, just snooping around. But this one particular day, he came. I normally, when he closes, I leave the store, and then he closes after. This man came in, like, right before closing. So he wanted to, the energy that he came with was like, oh, I come in to catch you, do something. And he went and immediately went on the computer. And he was, like, looking at stuff, asking questions, but oh, this and that, and how much and this. And I'm like, did she tell you that from now on she could be doing the drops? And his whole body was like, and when I left that day and I see him with this guy, he was like, looked like he was burning. If you put a match on the side of him, it would spark a fire, When I addressed her about it, I'm like, hey, you didn't tell him. He come in to check the computer. Next thing you know, I am the person responsible for the money. Then he see me moving the money, but you not having any contact with him.
Okay, T. Hold the money for me. I come and pick it up tomorrow. Mr. B closing today. He closing today, but I'll come there tomorrow, probably like midday, and check on everything, and pick it up. All right? Hey, darling heart, that's good to know. Good to know. Is it more cash or is it more card? Anyway, hold the cash for me. I told you till Friday. I'm coming Friday to the shop. I just resting, but good morning. Okay, that's fine. We need to find another designated place then, because I think I'm going to be doing the drops moving forward. So if I don't come a day or 2 days, we probably need to find that room that had the internet box in it. We probably need to find a designated place where we could put it until I come. But I'll be there tomorrow.
And then even with them too, they always would do stuff like move items, and then one would be asking me, and I don't know nothing. So it was like, and then you find out, oh, you moved this. So it's like, what? Okay.
Hey, why you took my bag? I need my bag. So what do you do with my bag? I'm playing the day, T. Where's my bag? T, please tell him bring that black bag back to the store, please. That's my bag. I can need that bag. So he can need to bring the bag back. And tell Mr. B, he closing today, please. He is closing. Please tell him that. No, that was my black bag that I got for me. That was never for me. I got that extra one for me. The rest is for the store. That one is for me.
Now we get to the main reason why I decided to quit. So one day, I was, working, and I got this message. I will play it here for you.
Hey T, how you doing? I'm messaging quickly. I got a customer this message just now saying she was trying to get some products for 3 days, and every time she go to store closed, she said Saturday at 11, she went and it was closed. Now I don't know, Ann is open late, but I wanted to call out and tell her, like, hey, because sometimes customers come right in when Ann open, so I'll tell her just don't flip a sign until she open upstairs. So when you come at 10:30, it's just a flow. Now Sundays and Mondays we close, so I let her know that, because she thought we changed location and the time changed. I'm like, no, it's the same. They sent all that. She's like, no, she been there. And then yesterday she said she been again at 6, but we was closed. And I had a defendant like, no, but we closed at 6:30. Like, you shouldn't have no problem. But I got to go back on cameras to check, because I don't want nobody feel like we unprofessional and like what's going on. But I see on cameras you left at 5:58 to be specific, and I'm like, where you going at 5:58? The store closed at 6:30, not 6. And I think Monique said, even I think 2 weeks back it happened again. You left early. 12:30, and if things were slow, you leave, but you can't leave willingly because we cannot be losing out on money because everybody don't get off at at 5 o'clock. Some people get off at 6, so 6:30 is the time. A lot of people sometimes still squeeze in if they could get there on time to come and get products. So I just want to make that clear to you. 6:30 is the time to leave, not 6 o'clock. That's a whole half hour. A lot can happen in a half hour. Because I had defending no, you should have no problem, and I see on camera you and your boyfriend leaving at 5:58. So I just want to make that clear to you. We don't need that happening no more. And then starting next week, what we can do, because I want to try to maximize lunch rush right now, especially in the summer. So we can have a fixed time for lunch right now. So 12:30 to 1:30 could be a lunch time for you, rather than having it sometimes a late lunch or early lunch. So it's generally known to everybody. I'll design the flyer so everybody on the page or customers in the future know like, hey, lunch is 12:30 to 1:30. So all services or any other things people want to get, they know to revolve around that time for lunch. But I was just like, wow, like, because I hear talking to this woman like, no, ain't no problem, and I seen you and your boyfriend leave, so please take none of that no more. Because I was like, I was just like, wow. So she's coming, like, she told me a specific time today. She coming in store 5:45, so please be in place and serve her, because I wouldn't even blame her if she say I ain't even trying to come in your store do anything no more, because she's a returning customer because of all of this what happened.
And so I sent that, and I'm like, hey, look, that's not the truth, this is the time I clock out. If I just signing out this time, there's no way that I could be leaving the store at that time, in the parking lot leaving. No response. I try call, ring, no response. Okay, cool. I sent a message in the group. As soon as I sent it, the sister calls me. She's like, hey, like, what's going on? I explained to her. She was like, oh yeah, because I saw on the computer that time was inaccurate and everything like that. She was like, well, let someone check the cameras. It's fine. It's okay. Whatever. And she tried to brush it under the rug. I don't care about lunchtime or anything like that, but you accused me of something and neglected to apologize to me. For a week and a half, he avoided coming in the store to even talk to me. And you could tell in his energy, like, he was wrong. When he did come in the store, it was for like 5 seconds. He came in and he came out. And it's like, you want to talk about, checking out for this and that. But when I come here, this door don't even be open to serve customers. Most times, me and the customer standing outside. The lady downstairs, she would open up. And she had the key to open up. And so when she come late or she have a customer, the door still closed. So most times I'm in the rain. Yeah, the rain, or I'm in the heat, the sun standing outside with customers sometimes. Sometimes customers just leave because the door isn't open. So I'm coming here and y'all ain't even opening the store on time, but y'all want to get on me about closing on time, and I'm not even not closing on time. Right now it's 10:33. 10:33. Now, the time that he talked about, I close early, what happened that day was my female boss, she really thinks that I'm a personal assistant, because she's be asking me, get this for me, order this for me, and it's like, mom, I work in your store, I'm not your personal assistant. But anyway, she was like, I want you to tint my brows, and I didn't want to do that, so I left early. And she like, her energy said, what happened? This and that. And so I told her, I forget what I told her, but I was like, yeah, no, but that's the only time I ever really closed early.
It's me. What's going on? I reached the store. I've been here a couple minutes now. The sign say close. I closed in today, but I also came for you to do my brows. You weren't here. Did something happen? I just asked me because I don't know what's going on.
Now, the camera check-in. You have time to check cameras, but you don't have time to come and check on your business. Plenty times, we order something, we need something done. He can never come through. Every time the female is always like on his back because he's never doing his part in the business. You don't have time to actually be a part of this actual business. The only time we see you is when it's time to come pick up some money or something like that. but you have time to sit down and and the cameras are downstairs. So the lady downstairs had to either tell him, oh, that's the time she coming out, or doing that. And I noticed after that situation, like one day I came in there and the camera had like all of the cameras on it, and she clicked on like one particular camera inside the store and tried to play it off. But it's okay. I'm not watching y'all cameras. It's fine. I left. I had a trip scheduled for Freeport and I was gonna just ask them for that Saturday off. But after that situation, I was like, you know what? Yeah, like after that, I just had become so cold-hearted. Like customers would be coming to the store. Normally, like if they come on my lunch break, I helping them. Help who? They'll be buzzing, or they calling the phone.
Hello, your call cannot be taken at this moment.
Help who? I on break. Since they wanted to ask so specific about time. And yeah, that's just how I had to be until I left. So I had this little short vacation schedule for a friend and I to go Grand Bahama or whatever. And so around this time I had gotten a job offer. And so they was like, when you want to start? And I was like, you know what? I want to start. And I put the starting time around the time that I came back, like a day after I was supposed to come back. And that was history. I remember I had a friend call there and I was like, just call there, see what they can say. I'll insert the video if I could find it. And they was like, oh, she late or whatever, long story short.
Hi, good morning. Is the lady there who does the lashes, clusters or something like that? Around 12, okay. Thanks.
So here's the kicker, guys. After the day I came back home from my little trip, I had found out that they had called my mom and they were talking about, oh, well, how she could leave like that, so disrespectful, and basically running on my mom. And I'm like, hold on, who used to work for y'all, me or my mommy? Talking about, oh, I got to release her from her, she got to sign so we can release her from her contract. What contract? The only contract that I ever signed with them was a contract for Christmas. Christmas been over how long ago? Okay. After Christmas, I signed no contract. She keeps saying, oh yeah, we have to make a new contract for you to sign, or we got to take an IBO to this and do that. And they never did that. So that then goes again to how they lie. How you lying talking about, I have to sign a release form when me and you ain't have no contract that I signed. You're lying. On top of that, they talk about, oh, we need our buzzer. When I left the last day I went there, I leave their buzzer in the top drawer. The minute they open that drawer that they're always opening, they'll see that. That's another lie. They just wanted me to come into the store. So I found out that information. And I unblocked her. I sent her a message and I basically was saying like, hey, the buzzer in the top drawer, I ain't working there no more, obviously, and that's it. And that's the last time I've ever spoken to them. And I say this to say again, if any one of them are watching this, I really left because you guys hurt my feelings. Like, I did not like that. I like the job and everything like that, but you guys lie about literally everything, my whole job. And I just didn't like that. We had a lot of good times. I won't bash. They weren't as bad as my last job. But I just did not like that. I'm not gonna lie. And it bothered me. And I'm so sad to even come on here and even say this video, because I was doing promotional videos for them. And I just was trying to help promote them in every way, posting them on my personal platforms and just trying to get so much more engagement for the store. And the fact that they did that to me in that way made me feel like they did not consider me in any way. Me, how I feel or anything like that. And it really makes me feel like, they're the boss and I'm the worker, and that's the reality of it, and I get it, but I'm not going to be in an environment where people are accusing me of things and you're wrong and you don't want to issue me an apology. How dare you? I wish them all the best in the near future. Like, I don't wish them bad on their business or anything like that, but I do wish that they work on their personal people skills and they get their business together and actually take time to run their business. To me, it just seemed like, there's something that we want to make money from and that's it. And I get it, but that don't seem like anything they're passionate about. And I just hope in their future they just, so I'm fine with that. Thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and then send me video ideas, guys, in the comments. Send me things that you guys want to see me do more of, whether it's different story times or whatever, Q&As, whatever you guys want to see me do. Send it in the comments below. I will leave my link tree listed below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.
Da 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 da